guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video, and we got a funny little thing here. So it looks like the Resurrection F Blues are coming next to Global Dokkan. So this is certainly interesting. If we would sort of take a look at the way things are now going to progress, right? In the news on Global, it does say that the Dokkan Festival tickets, which are available to be obtained with missions right now, are able to be used on the 4th. So we could stand the reason that the next Dokkan Fest exclusive is going to be on the 4th. It is not, however, going to be Vegeta and Trunks, apparently, but it is indeed going to be the Exchange Resurrection F Blue Goku and Vegeta. Now, this is good, I would say, for Global, because this is actually just like the freest skip ever, right? Like, it's like, I see a lot of people upset. I mean, I guess it's because, like, Vegeta and Trunks is a ridiculously good unit. I think they're the best character in the game, even still, right? You have, just like a big celebration that typically is very hype, right? Which these guys are not, but I mean, I would like to point out that just 2 seconds ago, everyone's talking about, oh my god, there's so many good banners, there's so much stuff to summon on, heroes, Vegeta and Trunks, Gammas, where do I go? Like, dude, this is good. Now, as a global player, you just say, I'm not summoning on this dog shit, right? Like, the ROF Blues as a character, dude, I just pulled up their banner, where'd that go? I pulled up their Dokkan event, I'm a silly boy. Okay, so the ROF Blues, right? They're an okay unit. I always say this, throw Raditz out of the way, like, just forget about him. Raditz is a 1 in a million anomaly, right? Worst character they ever released by far. Of, like, normal releases this year, the ROF Blues are actually the worst. Goku, at the start, Goku can do damage. This guy can put in a lot of damage, right? But, like, that's all Goku can do. Goku is a glass cannon. Even when he's fully built up, he's not really able to tank as effectively as you'd like. Goku pretty much just a throwaway. He's just damage, right? Now, you can exchange a Vegeta at any point starting from the 4th turn, so it's not like it's difficult to get Vegeta out, right? The problem then with Vegeta, I've found Vegeta to actually be pretty strong, right? Vegeta has survived the Cell Max super attack for me before. I mean, of course, Vegeta does have type advantage, but you get your 3 Rainbow Key Spheres with him, and he can be very effective. The problem is this. You get the Rainbow Orb changing for 3 turns as Blue Vegeta. If you float him off, that's it. You only get that 1 turn. It's horrendous. I don't know what they were thinking with this, because it means you are, like, Goku is death incarnate. Like if he gets touched, you lose, in my experience. Goku just cannot hang in there with a lot of the powerful bosses. So you really want to exchange a Vegeta as fast as possible, but then it's like, even Vegeta is not really that impressive if you're not going to start getting all these extra Rainbow Key Spheres, and then he can start to take a lot of damage as well, right? So it's like, them putting this on this character hurts them dramatically, is this. If this was just, he creates Rainbow Key Spheres and then he needs Rainbow Key Spheres, it wouldn't be a big deal. But this is, again, Dokkan. I've talked about this recently a lot, how Dokkan really love, like, they consider this like God mode, right? Because it's like, Blue Vegeta, you get 4 Rainbow Key Spheres and he's doing guaranteed crits, right? But guess what that is? It means he's an offensive unit. Guess which units, like, pretty much suck and age out fast? Offensive units, right? So this ROF Blue release is just so easy to skip, I think. Their 200% leader skill is, like, not that great. Maybe far off in the future, right? Ultra Ego Vegeta is going to come out and stuff like that. But, like, those characters are not on the horizon, right? Like, it's not like they're showing up anytime soon. And, like, Ultra Ego shows up in Dokkan and he probably is leading Realm of Gods, right? He probably replaces this character as the leader anyway. So I don't have... I would argue there's no reason to summon for this unit. Let's take a look at some of their category teams, right? You're not running them in movie heroes, right? Like, right now, if I did a top 10 Dokkan Fest TUR rankings, the Blues don't even make it into the top 10. Because, again, Goku is a glass cannon. Vegeta can be pretty good, but it's like you just need the Rainbow Key Spheres for him, which he doesn't create for very long. So you just have sort of a little bit of an iffy release, I guess. So here's the thing, right? let's take a look at their banner as well, right? Like, I'm not just like, oh, like, you know, the RF blues are not really that crazy, which they aren't. If we take a look at their banner here, I mean, what, wow, this is crazy. I'm looking at this. Man, JP, they really said F you so many, like, they were just on the Gamma's banner. This guy was just literally last night on Dokkan Fest Bardock's banner. Oh my god, have they brought these guys back enough? Like, hello? I'm good. I'm good on all that. Yeah, skip this. I better not catch people complaining. Because, again, I saw tweets, oh my god, there's so many banners coming. Bro, they gave the freest skip ever. I do feel like for global players, this is a good thing. Another thing, too, is at some point, Dokkan settled into just that horrible, asinine thing where they will drop the Tanabata character. This year, it's Vegeta and Trunks. On JP, you know, 3 weeks later, we got LR Fusion, Zamasu, same celebration, right? Boom, sick. They do this bullshit on global where they drop this unit either in December or November, right? They've gone back and forth a couple of times now with the, you know, the Tanabata LR. But then after that, they tend to drop the Part 2 LR at the end of January. So Blue Goku and Blue Vegeta came out in December of 2020, and then Full Power Jiren came out at the end of January. Then last year is even worse. Gogeta drops in November, and then they drop goddamn Janemba at the end of January. Like, it's just stupidity, right? They need to tie these units together in the same celebrations the way it's sort of intended to be, right? So here's the thing, right? The ROF Blues, not particularly great. Their celebration, I would argue, is really not really too impressive, right? Well, actually, let's take a look what we had right here. So what exactly did this celebration bring? Because I assume this is basically going to be what November is going to be on Global, and then Heroes will sort of slide in here at some point as well. So you got the Dokkan events. This is already out on Global. These are a bunch of story events that are returning. There's the Int Angel Golden Frieza EZA. This guy, I think, is also, like, this is, like, the worst EZATUR we've gotten in quite some time. This guy sucks. I'll be outright with it. Like, you're gonna run this guy, in Super Battle Road runs, where you could do this. That's it. This is it. His only worth is this ability right here. But it's like, this guy came out before Final Form Cooler and LR Metal Cooler and LR Golden Frieza. I mean, this guy doesn't even have a spot on the Wicked Bloodline team anymore. So this is a just completely worthless character, right? Like, this guy's design is really bad. They did this guy no favors. Even on release in June, I thought this guy was really mid. He just sucks. He's just not impressive. So I guess that's a bummer, right? That unit certainly is not that good here. Let's start to get rid of some of this. Okay, so we have that. Tech Ginyu, this probably is going to be in here as well. I don't see why they would get rid of this. This is actually a pretty solid free-to-play unit, I think, all things considered. You know, a nice little buff to the Ginyu Force team is certainly not bad, although the Ginyu Force team, you know, they don't fare as well in the Wicked Bloodline Red Zone. But, I mean, this character could still do good, right? Like, I was using this character, against, Red Zone Metal Cooler, right? Like, this is a character that can go into some of these Red Zone fights in a full Ginyu Force team. It'll be good to get this character, right? So that way, you know, Global will have the complete Ginyu Force, setup sort of there. Here, let me go back to these, info. Extreme Super Battle Road stage. A world tournament. I don't know. Global, I believe this is the last JP World Tournament was in June. Global's gotten a world tournament since then, but JP is not. I don't think Global would be getting a world tournament before JP. I don't see that happening. Then in part 2 is a little bit better because then this guy comes in. Now you want to talk, I should mention Jacko. Jacko is decent. These dodge characters, right? We're in a day and age where you can't really live often against these attacks from these huge bosses. Jacko will just dodge. Though my problem with Jacko is that his 70% chance to dodge is only in the first slot. They should not have done that, right? He only gets a high chance to dodge in the second or third spots of the rotation. I'm not super high on this Jacko, but 70% chance to dodge characters can be effective. This would have been much better as some sort of movie hero support type character potentially, rather than this Jacko. Jacko exactly the same, but he's also supporting. I think that would help out quite a bit, right? This guy can be good for Cell Max because again, you can't really survive Cell Max anyway. So it's like Jacko could just dodge, right? And guess what? Special Pose just got a Cell Max mission, so you could use Jacko at least for that, right? Now this guy. This is the strongest character by far in this celebration, this LR Golden Frieza. This guy is ridiculously powerful. I would still probably argue him over most of the units in the game. This is a top 10 character. This guy is probably not aging anytime soon. His design is really strong. So this guy is big. This is a big time character right here. He is going to be on just a traditional yellow coin banner, though. You do want to keep that in mind. Again, don't get confused on this Global Players. It's not a Carnival LR or blah, blah, blah. This is going to be a yellow coin LR on Global. He is ridiculously good. His featured listing is terrible, though. So this is just, you guys know, this is a typical, like, I tell y'all to skip these. Yellow coin units, I don't really see the value in summoning for them oftentimes. If your favorite team is Wicked Bloodline, you're running Final Form Cooler and LR Metal Cooler and shit like that all the time, I mean, sure, going for this guy is not going to be a problem, but you do understand how bad his banner is and how bad it is to summon for yellow coin LRs, right? So we have that. This super... Oh, I wonder... King Cold might come with this celebration. King Cold is really good. I think King Cold is an amazing Super Battle Road unit. He's great. I'm serious. That Super Strike King Cold is actually super sick. I do think he's really good. Let me just pull him up real fast. I've done runs because I did so many Wicked Bloodline Extreme Super Battle Road like runs during the Worldwide Celebration, you know, showing off all these characters in that tough stage. And it's like, every once in a while, King Cold just wins the fight, right? With this medium chance to seal all enemies, right? And then he's lowering enemies' attack by 25%. Like, this guy's, like, better than in Angel Golden Frieza, basically, right? Like, this guy's a stronger version of Angel Golden Frieza. I like what this King Cold does. I've found him to be very effective. Of course, I'm talking about Super Battle Road stages specifically. You know, this is not a red zone character. But if you take advantage of these two abilities right here, this guy can win fights by himself with how strong it is to just passively debuff the enemy and then also seal them. Those abilities are really good. Another stage there. Then there's these EZAs. I mean, Golden Frieza and Sorbet, this can be a useful character a bit because they're on some lower level categories, right? So, like, you could take this unit into, like, the Battle of Wits Super Battle Road. I believe I did use this unit for my no-item run in that Super Battle Road stage. I believe I did. They can be decent in there. And then, of course, we have the 3 blue Vegetas who, they can put up some stats, these 3 blue Vegetas, but it's nothing overly crazy. These are characters that I feel like maybe you could get away with using in, like, Battlefield or something like that, or EZAs or something, but... You know, this guy wants to be used on a full Realm of Gods team. This guy wants to be used on a full Mastered Evolution team, right? So it's like these guys are okay, right? Most of the celebration, though, is not that important. This guy's by far and away the best character in the celebration, right? So let me know what you guys think of the Resurrection F Blues coming next to Global. That is very interesting. I would assume... Let's take a look. So, these guys are coming out on Friday, I believe. So, we would get a Dokkan Fest teaser soon. Either tonight or tomorrow, probably. So, these guys come out. Heroes, I'm thinking, is in this week. Right? I'm just trying to fit... Like, where does Golden Frieza slot in? Because, like, Vegeta and Trunks could maybe be, like, the 9th or something like that. Maybe Heroes will be a tad earlier. It's like, dude, it's like Goku and Vegeta come out there, like, LR Golden Frieza comes out, like, there, and then, like, Heroes. Like, it's just, like, bam, bam, bam. They're gonna be coming one after another. I assume Golden Frieza is coming out sometime this month. I can't imagine they'll split him up. Hopefully... You know, they will definitely drop Vegeta and Trunks in December, right? Because the Tanabata banner, they always drop on Christmas. So you can pencil in Vegeta and Trunks. If they're not at the start of November, then they're going to be at the start of December, right? For Vegeta and Trunks. I'm just hoping that they don't then banish Zamasu to the end of January. But I've been thinking that there's going to be a Carnival LR between Global and JP, the Christmas unit. That's what I was thinking it was going to be. Maybe it'll be JP only this year, or we'll see. It's hard to predict, right? And then also, Beast Gohan and Orange Piccolo are on the horizon. We don't want to forget about that, too. So, I mean, dude, Beast Gohan coming out and you're going to summon on this? Like, come on. Come on. Come on.